What's up, world? It's your boy StyxIII, and oh yeah, happy Turkey Day to all y'all, man. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving, which y'all thought I wasn't gonna do a video. Sadly, yeah, I know I'm still in my fresh threads, you know, looking like some type of new age pimp or whatever. But hey, I was fresh today for fam, man. We had a good time, ate good, but you know what? I'm finna come out this blazer and just go ahead and keep it real. Now that I'm out that blazer looking like a black Justin Timberlake. Now, since I look like a black Justin Timberlake, we're going to get on the music standpoint, man. Yeah, of course, my family is nothing but a whole bunch of musicians, and I was with my musician cousin, also plays keyboards and sings bottom in the group, Anointed Sons, man. We went from my grandmama's house, which had my grandmama, my auntie, and her son, George Hughley, which we'll get on about him later on in the story, one of my inspirations, but we went from there to his house, which was my cousin Dale's house, which is more like an auntie to me. The Joyful Airs, if y'all ever heard anything about them, if y'all from Gaston, Aniston area, whatever, you know, they no longer sing anymore, but they're the one that paved the way for many other groups like the Sensational Revelators. R.I.P. Tony Teaser Hughley, my big cousin, which was like the very first quartet group that I played for, which I just said name of the Sensational Revelators. He's the one that started too, so big ups to him. I forgot to shout that out. Lord forgive me, you forgive me, Tony. But big shout out to him, where I got my start from. Too many of them that I can name, matter of fact, just paved the way for us, which with me being one of the founding members of Anointed Sons is where we get our sound. Well, most of our sound, but not our style from, but in our sound and our motivation from. Yes, I'm singing also, so listen for my voice. I'm a vocalist now. I don't play drums for a quartet group, anybody right now. Free agent, baby, but my aunt was still leading at the part, and you'll see where we get it from.
So good. He's been so good to me, yeah.
If I couldn't say one word, I'll just raise my hand. Okay, well, I just felt like doing that because if y'all heard on the interview with the boss man Keith, yeah, y'all know we do a lot of Pandora, and if y'all know anything about me and my group and our group, most of our favorite music is Lee Williams and Tim Rogers, and that's a Lee Williams song, and I hate to let them know sooner or later I'm going to end up leading that song right there, but I doubt it's going to happen, but hey, boss man Keith, take this video here as a hint. I'm thankful about it. First time I ever heard quartet music, my aunt, Sandra Gale Camp, rest in peace, I love you, I miss you. She used to listen to the Williams singers, Williams brothers, Lee Williams all the time, and this is one of the first songs that I heard back when I was yay high, and I fell in love with it, so I got a history with it, so I'm just thankful that I got introduced to it. We was on the road one day to Rome, Georgia, and I'm probably about 6, 7 at the most, and she was listening to that record, and she said, one day I'm going to take you to see these gospel quartet groups. At that point in time, now, I didn't know what quartet music was, but she explained it to me. She was like, I'm going to take you to see these quartet groups, guys about your age. And she was meaning about 8, 9, 10 years old, 11 years old. So I didn't believe her. So I went and stayed like a week with her, and then we ended up going to this program, and lo and behold, these boys, when we seen this program, I can remember the name of them, every musician, every singer, everything. Everybody, I couldn't have been no older than, the oldest may have been 13 years old. That inspired me right then and there because she had told me, she said, you are going to do this in some shape, form, or fashion. And man, it just it gets a little bit too deep, so I'm not gonna cut. But yeah, like I said, she inspired me. She said, yeah, you're gonna do this, and I'm gonna see you do this at least one time. And see, I didn't know why she was saying it like, I'm gonna see you do it at least one time. So lo and behold, I found out later on when I got old enough to realize what was going on that my aunt was sick with what's called lupus. He was on the road heavy, I mean heavy for 2-3 years straight. And I mean, keep in mind, I used to be a choir drummer, still am a choir drummer. I just got forced in the field of quartet. you know anything about that yet. So for about 3 years straight, probably a little bit longer than that, I'm being forced on the road and being taught the rope because my big cousin Tony is teaching me everything that I need to know to be on the road. And I mean, I perfected it as a musician, as a drummer, and finally I'll work, I'll go in here, go in there, finally led us to Rome, Georgia, where my auntie was living at, where she's always lived at, since she had been married, as long as I can remember. And make a long story short, remember when I said she had lupus, see, it was getting her down. I mean, she was sick, and she said that she would do what she had to do to see me. Now, I remember right as day, we got lost. Well, not really lost on the way there. Traffic was heavy. We get there late. This is a long program. Now, by long, my quartet people, my quartet musicians know what I mean. This was an anniversary program, so y'all can imagine how long that was. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Now, the whole time we was on our way from Gadsden to Rome, Georgia, we run into little road problems and, traffic problems. They hadn't already been at the program. The program was running for already about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now, let me tell y'all, my auntie and my grandma, my cousin and my other auntie was already there. They had been there from the beginning. Now I seen then what she meant. And she said she wanted to see me do it at least one time because she was sick, didn't even need to be there, but she rode it out until we hit the floor. And when we hit the floor, I seen light come back into my auntie, like how she used to be. And I mean, she was proud of me, not only me, my other cousin Tony, rest in peace, because I mean, Tony started it back up because it was an older family group that we had started back. So this is how deep that it gets. So to make a long story short, the reason why I say I'm thankful for that, because my auntie planted that seed in me at 8, 9 years old, and I never let it go. And I got pushed to do it, and it's happening. So, I mean, I'm just encouraging somebody else, and I'm going to move on to my next reason and my next thing that I'm thankful for. And, I mean, she rode, like I said, she rode it out to the end, and not too long after that, my auntie went on to be with God. She seen what she wanted to see. So, stay focused. Now, I hate that y'all had to see good old me, StyxIII breakdown like that, but I did have to take a break. But I'm going to step to the side and I'm going to let y'all see who I was talking about. I'm going to drop the picture right here. And she is with my cousin, with anybody that knows the Hughleys, this part of the Hughleys. Who she's standing in the picture with is my cousin George Hughley, but she is the first one that I'm thankful for and part of my motivation. But we're going to move on to him and how he motivated me even further from even younger on up. So I want y'all to stick with me through this because, I mean, I got reasons to be thankful, and I hope y'all got reasons to be thankful. That's what today is about. And I know it's going to be a late post, so, I mean, y'all just stick with it, man. It means a lot. In that picture with my auntie is my cousin, George Hughley. Anybody that knows anything about us Hughleys knows something about George Hughley. How he's a singer, he plays piano and all that. He took me under his wing at a younger age and trained me vocally. At the same time, while I was playing drums for somebody else for the church, and he trained me vocally, taught me what I know now. So just to get deeper in the story of why it became to be, it's been a long time coming, then it just happened and kept on happening, and I still pay respect to him yet, and I look up to him even though he don't even know it, but this is why. So reason number 2 for being thankful, like I said, I want to follow in his footsteps. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead. I'm not really embarrass myself. Y'all seen this picture already, but I'm just going to show it just singly of what I meant by following his footsteps. Let me just step to the side. For one, he was singing with a choir called IYC, and I always call myself the reason why I'm such, a good by-ear drummer. I read music and all that because I followed every tape, every concert and everything that they did. I mean, really, look at the robe, look at the drum set, look at the sticks, look at the look on my face. Man, I was serious. So for me to be that serious, there had to be some most definite influence behind me. I watch, I intake everything, man. There's only 3 of us in the immediate family that are cousins, and yeah, I watch everything immediately. So I watched everything that my older cousin did. There's such a musical family in this thing, man. So I'm making this video to say this, man. If you got a vision at any age to do something, man, follow it. Because I did the same. I started out at 2 and I'm 28 years old, and it is slowly making its way, but I'm thanking God that it's making it as far as it has. I have a group that I can, say that I had a part in farming. I've done played for a bunch of people. I've been witnessed a lot of stuff, been trained by some highly good people in this city. So my thing is, man, stay focused, man. Stay thankful for what you got. Goes back to my other videos, to stay humble. Stay real about what you do, and if you're dedicated about what you do, and if it's about God, man, it will make it, no matter what. That's a word from me. So I'm out. It's been your boy StyxIII, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was a little long and I am still babbling, so I'm gonna walk off on myself while I'm still talking. Love y'all.